All right. So let's do Flamering. All right. Do do do. Um, 4, 5, 6, 7. No matter what, I'm going to end up using those. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang. Okay. Do do do. Overworld ores. Overworld ores. Where do I want to put? Floaty. Okay, that doesn't help. Lock these. Copper. Coal. Diamond. Emerald. Lapis. Redstone. Alright. Then I should put some 2x2s there. Because at some point I do want to add... Don't have any of them crafted, okay. So let's grab the pink out. The most important component for crafting these drawers. Gotta make them pink. This one goes here. Then we grab iron. Yeah. Like, I wish this was currently set up as a proper compacting. We're still so far out from the next fix. Like, I'm not even sure if we're going to get another refinement of this pack. Unless we get, like, game-breaking bug. Okay. Let's grab 2 more blocks and break them down. Because that's not going to be wide enough limited barrel 4s. This is, like, the arrangement is what determines what they are, not the, nothing else about it. Like, the cost between a limited barrel 1 through 4, so how many slots it has and how it distributes things, is all the same. I'm a little bit annoyed about the upgrade stack amounts. Base is 32, distributed across all of them, you know, the 3 by whatever, can't split the last 2 properly or whatever. So it gets a little bit janky. But then the upgrade path through like basic to copper and up from there gets a little janky itself. Okay. Quartz, diamond, emerald, gold, iron. I don't think copper has it. Lapis does. Redstone does. Yeah, because I don't think copper has a compression upgrade for base copper. So copper just ends up actually as a 2 by whatever. So and like I don't expect that I'll get to a point where I actually really need a compression for like netherite into like 1x netherite block. So probably I need, let's see, diamond, emerald, lapis, gold, iron, redstone. Uh, do want it for coal. Definitely do want it for coal. It might seem a little bit strange, but because of the fact we can do the cagerium, and yeah, I'm doing all right. But because you can do the cagerium to uh, get coal off of the wither skeletons, having compacting going and a deep storage for coal blocks is worthwhile. But you also do get the netherite blocks directly out of the factory. And because of that, yeah, I could probably compact this space a little bit more by putting like all this just as a straight column up here, putting netherite and copper up at the top as just the twos. But I've set these down and I don't want to wrap them and move them over. So we're just going to deal with having this be like maybe meh. Okay, maybe I'm going to just get bugged enough to go ahead and change that. Thanks, Pepperfly. I always wanted to have my modded experience also feel like I'm trying to build a redstone machine I got from a technical Minecraft community. Just let me know when I need to embed a minecart inside the block. That's one I know how to do. Alright. Dang it. And on top. There we go. And then I can easily put the one to the side. Oh, let's go grab the duct tape. How do you fix your problems? Usually I don't, but sometimes it's just early enough that it's like, sure, we can do that. And like all of this is also prerequisite on getting compacting for these as well, which is expensive and will be either extremely late game, which will feel really bad because like one of the things that I have to compact is the diamond nuggets. Diamond nuggets. That drop from what is it? The diamond nuggets, where are they? They drop in hardened chests because, like, really? Anyways, on the really side, this is the complaint I've already had. Oh, I'm absolutely not trying to do anything that would require graphics. This is like 90% of me doing the streaming here is just, it's fun. It lets me kind of show off to the other people literally on my server and a couple other people in the exact same community. But like, I haven't even bothered to like put an MS Paint icon on my account or anything like that. I'm still the pink person outline. Well, not the uh, outline being pink. The outline is black, but the background is pink. That Twitch has as a default. Like, well, I definitely appreciate that you are hustling to go and advertise that you do the art. I'm not interested in doing art for this or worrying about it, because honestly, in probably a couple more weeks, I will just stop and not worry about it. I'll probably still be playing the game. I've been playing this for 3+ years, but yeah. Block of coal. Compress those, compress those. Compress those. Yeah, and that's saying nothing about making compacting drawers for these. Salmon block. Wait. Not to mention, like, okay, what am I going to do about ancient debris? Is it going to end up just kind of somewhere in the fodder chest in the middle? Am I going to get a 1x1 drawer? Am I going to go and rip out the scrap drawer and replace it with a 2x1 and put the ancient debris, which you can get out of the factories, and the netherite scrap you get from the recycler into the same storage? Block coal, do. Put those all away. Next up is and that's to say nothing about charcoal, because what's it? We've got charcoal and then charcoal block from either quark or mechanism. I know one of these appears in the basement of the blacksmith, the castle. So when dealing with what you might get from the end of a vault run or whatever, you might have some of those, and it would be good to have a deposit place for those directly, since those also get used by the crystal. But, I mean, if you've got coal, you don't need charcoal also attached to it, because they're used on the interchangeable list. Not to mention that as far as Minecraft is concerned anyways, they are interchangeable. They, in the code, they are absolutely the same thing, with one variable changed. Yep. One variable changed. Two of these. Like, it would not hurt for me to overcraft any of this. Very rarely, because, like, I've got so much more of this system to still make. Even if I used too much of any one thing in the immediate. Why are you jumping like that? Because otherwise that's going to place itself facing downward, and that's just going to look... well, that's just going to be annoying. Technically, it's a little more accessible, just not visually so, because you can open the side of them, but you can't do like the click on the front for like pulling out like lots of stacks all at once. Anyways, iron nuggets, iron ingots, I didn't grab any of the iron blocks. Go me. I definitely did that right. Here's where I'm going to annoy myself. Copper. Copper block. As opposed to copper being down here. Ancient debris. And we can unset this one. Netherite scrap. No. Ancient debris is here. Netherite scrap is here. Whoop. Netherite block and netherite is there. Posted, oh, maybe we'll get 50 today. Spends the entire day messing with drawers instead, because clearly that's going to help me level up. Sure. Technically, maybe I should put like a 2 by whatever in here. But I'm just going to be lazy. I'm going to put the vaultite ingots there. I mean, technically, there's compressed variants of the netherite block, but if I end up with more than 16 stacks of netherite block, I'll deal with it. Like, that's not happening anytime before, like, Vault Hunters 5 comes out. Oh, is it the next one coming out? 4? Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're going to go... Yeah, I don't have enough lapis blocks to make a lapis compress 2 to set the uppermost bound on this compression here. Next up was gold.
Hi.
Gotta love the advertising bots. Like, yes, I absolutely expect that there are people who could do great art. And that if I was worried about making my mark moving forward and having a presence out here, like, yes, maybe I would want some people to do me some art. But, like, I'm not trying to make a presence. Arguably, part of what I'm doing here is, in fact, out of spite to go, if anyone ever asks, I can go, no, I could absolutely just record and show what I am annoyed by that Iskall or whatever has done with the pack balancing, or here's this bug I most definitely mentioned. That didn't get fixed. I can't get the Iskall plushie. I can't get the Iskall plushie. I can't get the stress plushie because the boxes are empty. The boxes are empty. The boxes are empty in that point of interest. I want the plushies, but they aren't there. They got deleted when you changed over. Sure, using the ancient copper, I could make some ancient copper golems to make little plushy heads or whatever. If I knew what account the head was from. Technically, my choice on the emerald block over here is overkill. I probably do not need to be able to compress my emeralds to 2x block. No matter how much production from villagers I put on this. Alright. Like, how many emeralds do I got here? Yeah. I'm technically about to annoy myself for like the next week or something. Because if I put the emeralds all the way over here in this, yeah. Let's uncompact these and stick these back into the enchanter because I will need the enchanter very shortly. Because I do want to have the Pickering in my everyday carry. Need to throw some experience at it. Because that also lets me do things like mining caves just by looking. Like, hit that. Things like that. Anyways. No more can go in. Oh, really? So those all end up in nonsense. Organics. I think at some point I'm going to build the workstations that villagers can use ends up as part of the components as well. But all right. Bread. And almost anything that's ending up in these, I need to make a drawer for at some point. Still need to identify these after the previous run. Bones? Didn't I have a box of bones somewhere? Yes. Yeah. Need to get drawers for those. Drawers for those. Oh look, I'm finally getting around to doing some of the delooting. Stick stacks. Stick stacks, patty wax. These go in the box. Something, something. So yeah, like... These need a storage. These need a storage. Along with some of the other ones. Sconce is 100% nonsense and goes in the nonsense. In theory, I should also put the fence there for now. Because I don't think I'm going to make it, so technically I should also do that with the red carpet here. Or I'm going to stick the red carpet down on the floor someplace. Red carpet. Whoa. That's emptied. Can turn that back on in theory. This is down to identifiables. Don't need to lock anything more at the moment. Yeah, so like right now 8 plus 23 makes 2 more. I could make 5 compactings right now. 5 convert back and forth compactings, so that I could use things like this vault meat, use all of those like properly, because you need them in both block and non-block subsets, and because you get these and this as loot. Like this could just be the compression 3, except for the fact that if I don't just specifically put it in a drawer, it's far more expensive to do the drawer or anything like that for this. You would have to put it in the chest, because it costs 20 diamonds instead of 18 to do the 3x3 compacting versus the 2. Like this is the same cost that an original compacting drawer would be, but you already see the problem. If I get these and try and deposit them to put them away next vault, I'm going to have to take them out and put them in myself, because when I go to do a deposit from the bag like this to match inventory, it doesn't see any of these in here, despite the fact this is 306 times that, or times 4 of that. So, like, there's over 1,000 of these. They're just in the compact form. But I can't put them away unless there's a non-divisible by 4 amount, so that I can go like this. And then it instantly compacts it once it hits one of the 4 amounts evenly, and suddenly I can't just deposit. That's why I had to come in, put in this earlier from the raw vaults. This, you need both types of silk in the exact same recipe sometimes. Like, okay, what do I use regular magic silk on? Oh, use it to make pickup upgrades, or the card opener augment, or basic capacitor large, or the filter upgrade, or the routing cable, or whatever. That is. Make the basic capacitors, jewel opening augment, quiver, empty schematic, these plates, like base magic silk. It's used all over as the little bits. Like, it's used a lot. And the problem is, sometimes, like with blank modules, do you know how much I love modular routers? It's amazing. I absolutely am going to be unlocking it relatively soon as part of my handling. This, I need the compression decompression so that I can use it with RS and not have a headache. Fortunately, I'm going to only have to make this like once. Oh, you don't even have to make that. It's like, yeah, I do. I will absolutely make the mining gadget. I absolutely will use the mining gadget. Pouches. Sewing pouches requires both. Like, the crafting tree for the bags punishes you if you don't have the conversion. I am absolutely justified in my annoyance about that cost. Yeah, technically I should actually opening these and looking at what's inside and deciding. Like, yeah, that one would have been picked out right. That one would have been picked out right. This one would have picked that instead of the durability. Not that I want any of these. I'm going to need to make a better permanent storage for those eventually. Alright, this goes away. Alright. Any of this not going into the cooker. Yourself about this. Oh, wait. Fine. Fine. I probably have a new hat. Health? 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 Fine. I do not have a new hat. We don't have access to the faceted focuses because they're so hard to get now. It's like late game, you get good chances to craft really good gear. Unfortunately, because of your choices, you have made earlier game optimizations extremely difficult. Alright. That goes away. That goes away. Alright. These go in the offhand. The fun one is like all this coal in the floor right here is also going to get mined up eventually because I am going to rip that out because it's going to stairs down and I'm going to make some walkways up at this level to this wall at like the different floors. Anyone remember back when Fortunate, it wasn't just anything you mined with a fortune tool, it specifically was you had to vein mine it. Now, we don't have any update 3ers. Why in the world don't we have any update 3ers here? Can I get some of my old guard? Did everyone decide, yeah, Iskallia was canceled and they're not here anymore? Did they jump to World Vaults? Which, like, okay. Minecraft mod packs, they're not exactly a balanced game anyways. Sometimes you get the mod packs with, like, decent balance, but sometimes you get, Bobby games based off the concept of, like, what was that show? Bobby's World way back, where it would be like, or at least that's what all my siblings used to say, like the older ones, like, if you ever paid attention to like how Bobby and Bobby's World would react to things and like how overpowered he would want things to end up in his games or whatever. Like that's where modded Minecraft just tends to get to anyways. Alright. You're going to mine the stone diamond? Yeah. It's not even hard to get in this in this mod pack. Like, the deep slate emerald is the rare thing, and everyone knows it. But even that's not going to be hard with where me and Smartbook have decided to base this season. Because of the fact that we're right here in a mountain cave biome. Sparkle, sparkle. Like, there's not going to be any issue. Getting a couple of, like, deep slate emerald ores just for, like, hey, look, we got him. Copper or iron? No. There we go. Okay. Am fully healed. Did I ever wander over shears? Nope. Did not wander over shears yet. That's enchanted. Never did anything with this. This just exists. At some point I should do something with it. This very likely might just get scrapped in short order. Okay. First and first, this is the first priority because this is coming with me into the vaults. I think mending Unbreaking 3. I think I'm going to leave it on the efficiency 5 because it's about the speed of the mining anyways versus like the cheekiness, so it actually will go through a couple of blocks if you leave it on the piercing 4. And like that's potentially one of the cheeky ways to get like multiple lucky hits through a crowd or whatnot for like mono leeching or things like that. Since the Flamerang and the Pickerang can deliver lucky hit chance. But I think I'm going to go with Silk Touch on the Flamerang. So when I have to throw it. And we're going to come in here. And assign tag cluster max harvestables. Okay, so tag cluster max harvestables is a tag exclusive to vanilla tools or the pickaxes and Pickerang Flamerang. My miscellaneous backpack cannot pick up the vanilla pickaxes or my Flamerang now. The Flamerang had no other tags, so does not qualify as all chest loot or all Sky Vault loot or the Vault gems. So can't accidentally end up in the bag because of that. Efficiency 5. Unbreaking. Mending. Sheer nonsense. And wrench. Because technically, there is a maximum amount you can turn things with the wrench. Don't ask me why they decided that that's something that you need to have for the copper wrench. But, like, yeah, you also use it to smack things around. It's not an efficient way to smack things around, but you can. At some point, I will get in a vault, in theory. Instead, I'm apparently just doing storage stuff. Including now making jack-o'-lanterns. Yeah, I need to make some drawers for more things very, very soon. Like last week. Alright. Check lanterns. One next torch. Where did I put the rest of the torches? The rest of the torches are in this one. The annoying thing is potentially the jack-o'-lantern faces are that way. Okay. Yeah. Technically the why are words hard? The torches need compacted too because they drop from Sky Vault loot, and they are used in the Mega Torch recipes. Oh, but like if you make just like a stack of the chandeliers, that's more Mega Torches than you'll ever use. Maybe, except for the fact I most definitely have used a half stack of, noting that that would be a half stack of Echo, of Mega Torches suppressing an area, and that was when we were much more properly compact than whatever this cave is. So if we wanted to suppress mobs across roughly this entire river cave thing that we've stuck ourselves in, every 128 blocks you need a torch at base near like depth 4, and then you need it 128 blocks above that, so 132. And if the mountain goes any higher than 64 above that, you need a third layer. Like, if we want to make sure that we suppress, like, any of the hostile mobs not in, like, cave spawners, wherever they are, like, there's some somewhere around. like the Skelly dungeon that's up here next to the powdered snow and things like that. You have to make sure that yeah. All right. Redstone. Yeah, like there's lots of things that go into making this storage system all work. And the lack of compression available is like, you're killing me, Smalls. Alright. Yeah, so like these raw compressed blocks I need to put someplace. And the raw material, so like that's more two by ones because I don't get anything besides this and these. Did I already put redstone dust in one of these? No, I did not. There we go. Then this one goes here. Then this goes here. Oh wait, there's more! That goes in, that goes in, that goes in, that goes in. That goes in. Apple crates still need to go someplace. Still need to add warped to that. Still need to add the stems and hyphae to that. Yeah, like, I've done a lot on this. I am nowhere near done. Let's see if I can find some dripstone not in the area where we're living that, like, might want to keep it. Alright. once you're in this, like these caves, I'm fine with mining because like these aren't the area people are going to be moving through and seeing. So it doesn't matter if it's got random ore holes in the side of the wall where somebody has decided to rip out the iron and the gold and the redstone and whatnot. But I don't want that in the main river through the main parts of the base down up there. So jerk. I'll have to go back down for those bones later. Dripstone? Dripstone? No. Fine. A lucky hit. A 3% chance of that. Yeah, I'll have to figure out where I need to just kind of like dig sideways from my main part to find some dripstone in a cave. Bye. You too. Thank you. I've now gotten distracted by caves. This further proves that I'm nowhere near leveling up today. As I wander around the ceiling stripping, which means this is just a water cave up here. Yeah. So that's reasonable to rip into. It's this. Okay. We are going to put that stone back. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make a river access. So, nope. Not there. I swear there's going to be, like, some dripstone I can reach relatively easily using... all the way back down to 54 already. Way to go, Butterscotch. Like this one is higher than or is lower than the river level. So it's fine. Let's see if I can find dripstone sticking into this someplace. Because even if it's like annoying to get to, that's one of the reasons why the Flammering is on my daily carries. Because even if it's like awkward to get to, you can vein mine. With the Pickering Flamerang. Slime. Did I hear a slime? No? Vaultstone. Lost in the caves, lost in the caves. This is how I'm supposed to get dripstone, is by being lost in the caves. How did I get in here? Here. They got rid of the upward digging mega drum. But, like, it's still useful in certain cases in the overworld. I did not find the slime I thought I heard, so let's head back up. Miscellaneous lava source, those happen. Dripstone, no. This is almost certainly just like directly below our river up there. Yeah, that's one thing I like about the Picarang, is because it's the self-collecting. It works better with, like, if you run into one of the iron or copper veins interspersed, is it gets some of those ones that normally, like, if you just used a pickaxe for, would be embedded in the walls if you don't have the vault anchor. That is a spawner? Is that a spawner? Through the wall there? Don't know, because this doesn't lead to it. Or does it? Does it? Cave. This is completely useless and is just left over from other things. So, zombie spawner? Yeah, zombie spawner. Water source. Alright. I don't need more of those. Don't need more of those. No matter how cute they are, I don't need more of those. Not at the moment. If I made like an aquarium or something. I've done that before. Build a proper little like aquarium with like things and those swimming around. It was adorable. It was on a vanilla, yeah, pretty much 100% vanilla server. Among other things I did on that one, it was right around the time they showed how to do the stupid high-speed dolphin thing. Future butt back over here. I want your EXP. With the Soul Speed boots, Dolphin's Grace, Speed. I probably should just use my Warp Rock and get home, and then start switching again. for the best way to get it. But I also put in conduits at the right distance that you would have like water breathing in the whole tube, even though I was using soul soil instead of soul sand to save on the annoyance of getting pushed around. I believe this is the main part of the cave that I tend to wander around again. At some point, I probably will have to figure out what modded ores I need to make drawers for based on what I actually want to deal with. You're never going to get in the vaults if you keep getting distracted like this. But, of course. You need ores. You always need ores. Okay, you don't always need ores. Eventually get enough ores and you stop needing ores. I still need dripstone, which potentially will be easiest to find by me wandering around like this. And if I happen to do it by wandering around and mining loose ores places separate from the river, so be it. Okay. Water. Standard drip slate variant. Deep 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 slate variant. Very hot caves or whatever they're called. You know what every Minecrafter has always said? I love the Basalt Delta so much I wish the overworld had it too. look at some of that nonsense. Okay, so there was the sound of some dripstone falling. Right? But I guess if it fell directly into lava, you won't get any of it. Alright. Coal? None of it quite caught to give you deep slate coal, so I don't get to add that to the variants right now. Some of the decorators leaking from the adjacent cave biome into the water tier. Get your butt over here. Get your butt over here. Yes. Yeah, Flamering you can't manage to use on Enderman. It bounces off them like it's one of the non-listed materials that's too tough. Like obsidian, ancient debris, vault ores. Anyways, I technically got the dripstone, so I could head back. It would be nice if I could get a little bit of deep slate coal, so I can add that to the drawer for when I later on get like hammer and rip chunks of the overworld apart. But that requires finding a coal vein right in the transition area, give or take, because it doesn't get really any deeper than really close to the transition for generating coal, so technically I should also do that for like deep slate diamond ore. Ow. Something the second shot missed, obviously. Alright. Creeper. Bonk. Bonk. Speeders only take one hit. Speeder, spider, speeder, spider. Do I see coal near the transition point? Yeah, at some point we do need to get a torch down here. Otherwise, we're just going to end up with the world's least efficient Enderman farm. As they'll spawn down here, pick up like a moss or a clay and not despawn as long as they're holding it. Okay, I say least, despite the fact we've seen Iskallia lives. Oh no, you blew up some of the Cinnabon. They haven't even finished bringing that to regular Minecraft. Coal, 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 copper, coal, coal, coal. Okay, yeah, I could just find one of the modded biome variants that has deep slate near the surface. And that'd be easier. Since coal is far more abundant near the surface. Like so. I could also just start ripping through the world. Exact same cave I've already been in. Did I say ow? Okay, this is too far down for coal. Again. I already checked up here, didn't I? Coal. Vines. Ah. Coal. 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 Where are you? Coal. Coal. Diorite below 4. What is this abomination doing this deep? Wait. Air gap. Coal. 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 Ooh. Fastest way to break into one of these. Because these do not have a usable tool. Which is why you see me failing to vein mine any of them as I do this. But they are not excluded from what I can break with the pick array. So, not getting any of them. See, not one of them has dropped. But you can break them out so you can get to the juicy buds, which you can't break with this, so. Something. I could break a bunch of these off and have a whole bunch of 45 crystals right now. That sounds like something from one of those modern Minecrafts where you have to make guns, you know, to go harvest some 45 crystals so you can make the high caliber. Wait. Coal. 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 Yeah, I know. Deep Slate Coal is a low enough variance that it's right up there with the Deep Slate Emerald. Noting that the big thing with the Deep Slate Emerald is because it's biome specific. Combining the biome specificity with the depth search requirement and the veins being 1 to 2 blocks instead of like 8 or 9, 20 means that it's technically rarer. Even though it's technically easier to farm. Because all you need to be able to farm it is to know where to go and then some extra time. Alright. Just a little too high up to have a chance. So like if I found a coal here in this cave on the floor someplace, it has a chance of leaking close. Very, 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 very low. All right. Like I said, I should probably just find one of the... Close enough. Do. That's not the sound of a teleport. That's the Pokemon healing noise. 2 hours into my, will I get to level 50 today, stream, and I have finally wandered back from whatever that nonsense was, and I still haven't completed a crystal. And 15. Alright. And I got a fresh batch of nonsense! Nonsense! Oh. Because clearly I want to be building with Pneumaticraft, right? That's why it's completely appropriate that there's a bunch of new Pneumaticraft stuff just still loose in the overworld, right? Nonsense. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. I'm not sure how much space I've got left in nonsense. Alright. I need to make dispensers out of those, because I do need dispensers at some point. Alright, then we need... And you see, that's why it also matters. Maybe I shouldn't have mined all of them. So I can store some of these back in here. Deep slate copper. Deep slate iron. Standard copper. Deep slate. Deep slate. And I'll get deep slate diamond eventually too. That's not even going to be hard. Gold. Iron. Copper. Redstone. Lapis. Nonsense. Saddles need a drawer eventually. And I need to make an actual, like, farming setup with the dripstone. As well. Even if it's, like... hanging from the ceiling right here and dripping down. Let's compress these real quick. Like I said, saddles, I need to get a spot. this better situated and sorted. That's indeed. That's indeed. Copper. Rock. Alright. Push the button. The display. Vanilla chests. Bread. Mob drop string. And I need to grab apples. String. Okay. What? One, 6. Seal. Okay. Cog goes in here. Unrolled relic goes here. This comes out. This gets reset. Food resets once you enter the vault. Iron, sugarcane, cobblestone dies. Anything else? All right. 2 hours into this, and I finally enter a vault. Ooh. This one should not be quite so clutchy as previous ones. let's actually remove these from the filtering. I am looking for ornate, wooden, and coins. This is coins. Gilded blackstone. This is my favorite place to go and find gilded blackstone. Should the vault be the best possible mining source for gilded blackstone? Probably not, but the choice on aesthetics and the choice to leave them available or leave them in the vault altar as a rare, you have to deal with these at some point, means like you don't really get much choice in the matter. Because, like, you have to get it someplace. Bastions, you can get a decent amount in, as long as you remember to take Silk Touch to it. But, like, you're fairly limited in farming methods for it. Because, like, I think there might be a way to make Gilded Blackstone somewhere in the modded stuff, but like if you don't know specifically that, like you look it up on JI and then you figure out, okay, is this something I want to deal with? Like Gilded Blackstone. You can use the Metallurgic Infuser, and that's it. So there is one recipe to make it unlimited. Requires a specific mod. No secondary variant of it. So yeah, you can find it in the overworld, or you have to do a very specific mod to mine it any place but like the vault renewably. Golden apple crate. Is that quirk golden apple crate, or is that, or does that just get me a bunch of villager cures? It's quirk, so I can't actually break that down. Bummer. Is that all the coins I see right here? Yep, and no green bangle yet. Oh, well. Like, green bangle shouldn't be too hard. It'd be easier if I was in the pirate theme, but coin POIs tend to be high enough density. That I won't have a major problem finding them. Great. Oh, it's our little buddy. the other half of the horde mobs for this area. 5 pages, 6 pages. Mod boxes. Never greatly disappointed to get mod boxes. Alright, next room. Like, the green bangles are not guaranteed. So I do need to actually, like, focus on hitting up these coin points of interest. Like the fountain here, and like Spider Dungeon, Spider Dungeon does whatever Spider Dungeon does. Suckers! Anyways. Living. Is that a coin or gilded? What it is. Okay. I could explode a bed. Everyone loves exploding the beds in this. 8 pages still. No hidden gilded in the wall here. Not that that's what we're looking for. Two and one and up. Oopsies. It's not technically a waste of time as long as I'm still getting wooden just fairly efficiently. That was a very satisfying ascendant one because of how spread out those mobs were. Stick stacks. Apples, apples. Alright. Ornate. And coins. So, like, this room is absolutely, like, absolutely has had a decent ratio of what I need. Even if it hasn't been dropping the stuff. Green Bangle number 1, living. I don't think I'm going to do that this run. Because I'm not quite high enough into the stuff. I'm not running speed. Bagel's done. like, if it's eventually going to force me to make the compacting with the higher recipe, I need to just, like, still be getting a decent amount of gilded whenever I can. And, like, it is quite a bummer that it's, locked out from, or is fighting with, knowledge stars for where you're supposed to dump, your vault diamonds early to mid game. Page 12? Page 12? Come on, I'm going to get attacked by the Slender Man here. Give me my pages. Or give me his pages. He only has 8. Not this time. It wants me to get 12. Okay. Page. There's a page. I'm slightly annoyed at the Crundum here. Because it's the same particle effect as the mana traps. And I'm not greatly observant necessarily of the ring, but the blue floaty bit. Or the blue Spartan particles. Like, yes. That's what I notice for why my mana is all gone. Knowledge Essence and Liramar. So, like, I do have an excuse to go after Living this fall. Secret. This is Living Secret. Remember, there's a chest there. There's a small chance of ores. Because of the little bit of boltstone there. Warden. Unique photos. Restart in 30. Started late today. I slept in. So I didn't get to bed until like late. Paper, my beloved. Papa. Stone variant, stone variant, stone variant, stone variant. Where is store? Stone variant, stone variant, stone variant. Oh, what about Echo? Oh, Echo, stone Echo is like dime a dozen once you start doing mine rooms. But Larry, because of the fact he took it out of Crystal Cave, he took it out of the mine, the only place he did not remove it from was the paint drops. Which means that Stone Larimar is the rarest vault ore, being present in exactly one Omega room, with a chance of not being there. Yeah, like, except for the pages here, this room can absolutely cover the entirety of, like, yeah. I got 2 bangles off this. I got 2 jars off that. Only 1 page. Which means, oh no, I would have to go and do some regular vault rooms. Anything that isn't one of the ore rooms should have a decent amount of wood in. I just have to do like 3 rooms that don't roll too many special POIs, give or take. And then this paint room, which, okay, I should be mining these from above or with the picarang. This is technically not going to be the first time I use the, has this always been this one? Huh. Or have they done a slight update to, because I know about these, but I didn't use these. Wait. Can these not vein mine? Oh, it's because they've got such a mix of the variants right there. Okay. Yeah, boys. I'll be down to visit you in a bit. That. Gotta get that. Best way to get that. Probably I just... Yeah, I probably just need to... Parkour. Pillar. There we go. Did I get both of those? Alright. Let's run around down here real quick. Make sure I get my lights and my trapdoors that I wanted. Alright. Forward to the next room. Yeah. Look. I have more than enough bangles, more than enough pages. You didn't know you were going to find a paint room. Yeah. You never know what you're going to find. I got the bangles, and all I would need is, like, one decent ornate point of interest in a room, like, even this. If either one of these gives me a jar, then the paint room did nothing. No, it didn't give me a jar. I would have to keep running around. This point of interest. Nope. This is wooden. Let's get... I do wish the pickup notifier was more than 5 slots. Please and thanks. Fear me! Fear me! Yeah, there was an ornate POI in that corner there. It was the 4 in a little metal thingy. Alright. Cobblestone, iron, some dies. Yeah, like... If it weren't for the fact that restart's about to happen, and I am making sure that my, that I'm using the restarts as a check on me playing too many hours of Vault Hunters in a row. Because I've been known to do that. Like, okay, I'm not turbo running leveling like I did that one time. So I'm not doing several hour-long vaults in a row. Get my rocks back out of there. Pull a seal. Pull 6. Pull 1. Pull this. That makes me a seal. Why don't you just pre-craft a bunch of those? I could. Once I start doing like RS stuff like that, instead of like this, maybe. Please come back out. I didn't run into a ore room or whatever. So... Hey, look, my pants leveled up. What do you mean your pants leveled up? I mean, my pants leveled up. See? Never been used. See? No damage on them. None whatsoever. Oh, durability? Yeah. But no damage marking. Like, you can see how much this shirt has been used, how much this helmet has been used, how much these shoes. Shield doesn't register right. Actually, that would be fun. If the shield, if it was thorns or block, if it listed either blocked or stabbed. As listing. Anyways. Right now it's the ornate stuff over there that won't go in. And you see this is the other half of the not auto convert. Is once it gets full, like this, you have to contend with make sure I'm actually pressing shift instead of slash or whatever. Okay, so I need some upgrades there. What do we roll today? 1 basic copper, 2 1K discs, 1 iron gold. Okay. Well, this is full. And it's going to annoy me if it does it again. But I don't have a copper to iron upgrade on hand, so I'm going to have to craft that. Do I have an iron one sitting around somewhere in the storage? No, that was the only one. Yeah, yeah. I want my converters. I want my converters. All right. Want my converters. Do you have to say it finally? Yeah. No, I don't. Copper to iron. Copper to iron requires that I start from a copper and then I take it and I add some Larry and some essence and some iron. So I need to go and get myself 4 iron. 2 essence. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did I stick essence? I stuck it over here. 2 essence. That one over there in the corner is also going to have to get one. The redstone blocks are annoyingly over there, but that's my fault, and I'll just have to deal. Speaking of deal, let's deal with these. Could you imagine if I accidentally did that on the 2x2 and I converted an entire stack of bulk-to-meat blocks into stick? Five, 6, 1, 2. All right. So we make this once we get the redstone block, then we'll make this once we get that. So block, redstone block. Anyways, I should start scattering these crafting tables I keep picking up around. All right. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. Ah! Still need to deal with these. Make sure that they're in the filters. All that. 1, 2. Break that one for good measure. And one more. Alright. Basic to copper. I need 1, 2, 3 of those. Then I need basic to iron twice. Then I need iron to gold 1. Once. You see, this is why Sophisticated also has like the recipes that do it direct from low to high. Like, okay, yeah. Then you have to have a whole bunch of extra recipes, and it's like, really? Anyways, I don't want to have to deal with this for a long time, so we're going to do that to it to guarantee that we don't. All right. Then we need yellow concrete. Oh, let's just make sure that we do this to start. That reduces how much nonsense I have to look at. Technically, I've managed to generate myself some extra nonsense. Golden apple crate, come on. Yeah, it's been locked out. You go in my fancy nonsense box. Sparkle, ash. Alright. The Larimar that doesn't come out of the box. Sparkle Team now has a stone filter as well. Ashen now has its stone filter as well. And Paynite has previously had a stone filter. So this gets broken down, this will get broken down. These get broken down. Fifth. Let's see. 3, 1. There we go. Yes, yes, I know, I know. I'm running out of time. 2. Redstone block. Down the crafting table right here because I keep wandering to this corner. So we want to go over here, then we want to go here, then we want to go F and heal, then we're going to make a basic copper upgrade. Go over here, and we're going to click. We're going to put more nonsense in here. Not that. That's not nonsense. That has a storage space reserved for it eventually. Ingots in all their nonsense glory. Very neat. Meat. Like, technically, some of these are nonsense, but they're nonsense that I'm doing quite intentionally. Nylium. Nylium? Nylium. Gilded blackstone. Nonsense. Like, I intentionally went in mind to these in that room. Sure, I can make them with, like, resources I can get out here, so they're not nonsense. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. Moss goes in the moss box. What Nylium gets to go in the moss box. That's not necessarily what I wanted long term, but it goes there. This goes in here. This goes in here in the color box. Go do the color box at some point. Yeah, like, this is the annoying part about starting out is, like, once you get your storage sorted, this goes from being, like, two hours per vault to staring intently at a couple of places and then sticking everything that did not disappear just into your computer directly. Like this. But with the computer. Restart now. I don't want to. And, like, it's fine. Sugar box. Sugar box. Builder nonsense. Speed. Quantity. Trap disarm. Okay. And that wraps that for today. Catch y'all next time. Bye.